Hey guys, Christopher with Clear Mortgage here. You've probably noticed that there's been a transition in the real estate market recently. We've been in a seller's market, a strong seller's market for at least 2 years now, but you're starting to see a transition here. We're still in a seller's market, but we're also starting to see some perks for buyers as the market shifts just a little bit. We're starting to see some houses sit on the market a little bit longer, and that presents some opportunities for buyers. What I want to talk to you about in this video is the opportunity to take advantage of an interest rate buy down. I know a lot of times whenever a buyer goes in and looks at a house, the first thing they start thinking about is can I get this for a cheaper price? And that's good if you're paying cash, but if you're financing your house, most of us are looking for a discount in the monthly payment. Let me show you why it's a better idea to ask for the seller to buy down your interest rate than it is for you to ask for a big discount on the price of the house. This is great information for consumers, but it's also great information for realtors, both on the buy and the sell side, that help to educate your buyers on what the best opportunities are for them. So let's get started and take a look at what might happen if we're going to either ask for a price reduction or we're going to ask for the sellers to pay for an interest rate buy down. Let's start by looking at a price reduction. And so I was talking to some folks today about their property, and their property was priced at $610,000. Now, let me just say this as we're starting into this video. As a disclaimer, the rates and numbers that I'm using today in this video are for illustration purposes only. They don't represent any offer of credit, and I'm not advertising any specific interest rate. That's changing on a constant basis. And so I just ran some numbers based on some ballpark figures that I could pull from our rates today. So this buyer, this seller had a home priced at $610,000. Let's suppose that there is a minimal down payment of 5% that's made, which means the loan value is $579,500. That's how much you're financing if you buy this house with 5% down. The interest rate was about 6%. And that puts your principal and interest payment at $3,474 per month. Now, let's say that we got a $20,000 price reduction. We're still going to make the same 5% down payment. We're going to have a loan value now of $560,500. And the interest rate is going to stay the same at 6%. That brings our principal and interest payment down to $3,357. The savings on that price reduction of $20,000 is $117 a month to the buyer. And so that gives you an idea of what's going to happen if you ask for a price reduction of $20,000 on that $610,000 home. Now, let's take a look at what happens if you ask for a interest rate buy down instead of that $20,000 price reduction. Let's, and the same disclaimer applies here as we talked about a minute ago. The price originally is $610,000. That's with a 5% down payment is $579,500 for the loan value. We're starting with an interest rate of 6%. And our principal and interest is that same $3,474. Now, let's take a look at what happens whenever we ask for that interest rate buy down. The seller can pay the $8,670 to buy that interest rate down to 5 1/8%. We're keeping the same price, we're keeping the same loan value, we're keeping the same down payment. But look what happens to your principal and interest. Your principal and interest goes down to $3,155 a month. That is a monthly savings of $319 to the buyer. Now, what does that mean over the life of the loan? Let's take a look at the savings that come to both the buyers and the sellers if we do the interest rate buy down instead of the price reduction. For the buyers, you're getting $202 more per month off of your principal and interest payment. That's a total of $72,720 over the life of a 30-year loan. Now, I understand a lot of people are not going to be paying that loan off over 30 years. Most people are in their houses for 7 to 10 years these days. But that's still $202 more savings per month for however long you're in that house. Now, to the sellers, you're going to get $11,300 in savings over the price reduction. If somebody's asking for a $20,000 price reduction, you can pay a little over $8,000 to buy down that interest rate, and that's $11,300 more at closing that will go into your pocket. I don't know how you all look at that, but I look at that as a win-win situation for both the buyers and the sellers. Buyers are getting a lot more savings per month on their principal and interest payments, and the sellers are pocketing a lot more money at closing. And so both should be walking away from this deal content with what they're able to work with the difference here. Great strategy, both for your buyers and your sellers. It's a great strategy for realtors to negotiate both on the buyer side and the seller side because everybody's going to come out on top. Thanks for taking a look at this today. I'm Chris Brewer with Clear Mortgage. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My phone number is 406-539-3760. And you can get an application started if you're ready to look and see what you can qualify for on a home at chrisbrewermortgage.com. I'm currently licensed in Montana, Alabama, and Tennessee. I'd love to be able to help you. Don't hesitate to reach out and contact me. Thanks and have a great day.